Hello everyone, my name is Diego and welcome to a new video. In today's video, I am going to show you the hottest stocks for next week, so we are all prepared. I'm going to start with the S&P 500 first of all, because remember, when the S&P goes down, 3 out of 4 stocks go down with it, so it doesn't pay off to go against the overall trend of the market. So that's why I would like to start first explaining the overall trend and then follow with the hottest stocks setting up for next week. So first of all, I want to bring up to your attention that, as you can tell here, we have like the overall trend is like down, as you can tell here. But last Friday, we saw a good rally up in the overall indexes. So I'm just gonna be ready to see if this rally lasts and if it does a higher high. Like if it breaks above this price point, the S&P, let's say, because as you can see here, if it touches here, comes back down, it touches here, comes back down. So meaning this is a strong resistance point. So what I am expecting or looking to see if it happens, if it breaks to a new high ground, like if it breaks this resistance price point, that's a good indication for a potential rally up. So that would help me to make a decision to have some exposure in some stocks. With that being said, what is setting up for next week? The first stock in my watch list is VAL. I'm gonna use weekly charts because it's less dirty. Oh yeah, it's better to understand the whole picture on the weekly. I like the VAL because last Friday, last Friday, it broke up to a new high ground. It was setting up beautifully right here around this price point, and it broke up to a new high. So for this one, it's a little bit more extended to my like. So what I am expecting to see on VAL is to see if I can catch a good like the pullback to the high of the base. So if it pulls back, then I might thinking of adding some exposure or buying some shares to take advantage of this rally up. Something very important to take into consideration. I look for industry groups first. So it's what it's called like the forest tree approach. So first I see the overall trend of the market, as I previously mentioned. If there is a rally up or the overall trend is up, then I look at the industry group. So the industry group is like a bunch of stocks from the same industry moving together. So I would like to see a healthy move in the industry groups and more stocks following the industry group, which means it's again, probabilities are in your favor. Our job here is to put all the evidence in our favor, or to all the probabilities in our favor. So I look at the industry group for VAL, and it was above its 10 weekly MA or 50 daily MA, 50 MA daily, which is a good indication that the overall trend of the industry group, it's good. As you can see here, 97 RS rating is a good indication. RS rating as well is trending up, meaning is outperforming the overall market. So again, all the probabilities in our favor. So the industry group for VAL, I like it. It looks good. So going sorry, going back to VAL, is it broke up to a new high last week. But I didn't want to add any exposure because the overall trend of the market was like down. So I didn't know if it would do like lower lows or it will find like support and continue rallying up. So I didn't want to take my chances. I'm not here to gamble, but to make informed decisions, putting all the evidence in my side. So now that I know, as I previously mentioned, that the overall market potentially is going to continue rallying up, that's a good indication. So we have one thing in our favor. If it continues going up, then rally up on the S&P, check. Then the industry group is healthy. I mean, it's in the 5 industry group out of 197, so which is really a good industry group. As you can tell, also going more specific to the characteristics or the story of the stock, you can tell we can find here, or we have some sales acceleration, which is a really strong indication that hedge funds, institutional buying are acquiring the stock. So, and they move the stock. So that's a good indication. Also, we can see we have here some triple digit EPS, which is a really good indication as well. And also we have some sales acceleration in the 3 last quarters. So overall, I like the story of this stock, how it's setting up the fundamentals. We have a breakout year here as well of earnings per share. But most importantly, I look at the chart. Like, regardless of the fundamentals, yeah, like if the fundamentals are in place, that's good. That's a good indication. However, I need to validate or confirm that study on the chart with the price action and volume. If the technicals are not there, I won't even consider the stock. So the fundamentals is good to have, the technicals is a must have, if that makes sense. So going to confirming the study with the price and action, so I can, going back to Val, you can see here how, again, it broke up from its resistance point and off to a new high ground, which is a really good setup. I'm just waiting again for, let's see if it pulls back down a little bit to the breakout point, so I don't chase it, and I get to put all the probabilities in my favor. Really good volume. We can see here above average volume within the last 2 weeks as well, meaning institutional buying. So it's really a really constructive setup. So that was my first stock, VAL. I'm gonna move this here. The second stock in my watch list for next week is HROW. HROW, again, let's start with it's a biomedic. Let's start with the industry group. The industry group as well is RS rating 91, really strong industry group. We can see here the RS line is trending up, meaning outperforming the overall market, which is a good indication. And most importantly for me, what I am looking or expecting to see on the chart is that the price is above its 10 weekly MA, which is a good, really strong indication that it's going up, right? So fundamentals for the S&P, it's check, it's there. Industry group, good industry group. Now I can go back and check the stock itself. Let's check the technicals and the fundamentals for HROW. Let's start with the fundamentals. Again, really good industry group, 17. We can see here, well, it doesn't have earnings per share. Sometimes biomedics don't have earnings per share, not a make it or break it deal. But however, I would like to see some acceleration, preferably, I would say, funds acceleration, which we have it here, like 72, 73, 75 within the last 3 quarters. Also, I can see here no sales acceleration, but however, double-digit sales double-digit sales. So it's a constructive. I would say it's a good fundamental. Let's put it like that. Let's confirm the story with the chart. we can see here that is RS rating is trending up, which is outperforming the overall market, and is sorry, the RS line is outperforming, and RS rating is 98, meaning it's outperforming 98% of all the stocks. So really good indication as well. Here's the thing, it already broke up from its base here, right? So, but it didn't form any, like, it didn't hide enough in this like little handle. We can see here like a coupon handle kind of situation here, coupon handle. I didn't see much tightening on this right side of the chart. Now it's just like it, and it did a little like pullback here. So I don't know, I'm gonna keep an eye on this one. I would like to buy some shares if it pulls back to the top of the base. If it doesn't come back down, I won't chase it. Like, doesn't pay off. Risk reward ratio, I don't see it worth it. And I mean, you can, it is forming like a little pivot buy point around this general area. But I don't know. Let's see. I could either we have different options here, right? We can either buy breaking out this little pivot buy point, or the pullback to the base. I would rather wait to see if it pulls back to the base. That will put more probabilities in my favor to have a successful trade. So this is for HROW. Volume, let's talk a little bit about the volume. As you can see here, very constructive volume, very low volume on the handle, which is a good thing. Like, no more supply is coming to the market, or no more sellers. And then we can see here huge like volume ripped off, breaking out of its base. Again, really constructive, meaning institutional buying. Institutions are acquiring the stock. So really good indication. So, however, you don't chase it. I would wait either the pullback to the base, or to see if it, break up of this little pivot point. But we'll see. The next one, TMDX. So TMDX, let's check first really quick the industry group. Not the best, I would say, industry group. However, good rating, which is good. And we have the it's pointing up the RS line, so as well constructive. It's above its 10 EMA. Again, it's good. It's a good signal, I would say. Yeah, now let's check the stock itself. Fundamentals are in place. We can see some funds acceleration, good indication. As well, again, it's a medical. Sometimes they don't have the earnings, which is okay. However, the sales, it's a good strong sales as well. You can see the last 3 quarters, some sales acceleration, good indication. Strong management ownership, which is as well good indication, but that's the fundamental side of it. And let's check the most important thing, the chart technicals. So basically what I do is I buy on fundamentals and technicals, but mostly on technicals. If the technicals don't validate or confirm the fundamentals, I won't consider the stock. I will just move on to the next one. Okay, going to the technicals, to the chart, we can see it's an old, I know, I really like this stock, like 99 RS rating, going to a new high ground, the RS line, beautiful. Very low, below average volume here, which is a really good indication. And it's about to rip off to a new high here. Okay, so this is a really, really constructive setup. I'm gonna keep a really close eye on this one, and yeah, I might be I might be buying some shares of this one. It's really constructive. You can see here how it come back up. It pulls back a little bit to the top of this base, and then it's setting up. It's setting up for to break up to a new high over here about this price point. So yeah, let's see if it continues going up or rips up, breaks above this price point. I might add some exposure on this stock. I really liked it, so I'm gonna keep an eye on this one, and I will keep you posted on Twitter on this one. What is the other one? I think the last one in my list is AEHR. So this is a tricky one. Let's start with the industry group, electronic semiconductor. Yes, it's a constructive industry group. RS, it's okay, you know, a little bit. However, good thing it's above the price. It's above its 10 MA weekly, so it's a good indication. However, let's go back to the stock itself. I mean, fundamentals are in place, you know, triple-digit earnings, really strong evidence. Also, well, we are seeing some sales deceleration quarterly, but still double digits, so it's a good indication. That's fine. And we can see some funds acceleration as well, so meaning institutional buying, good indication as well. Check. Huge volume, as you can tell here, very high volume. And before the on this section, as you can see here, we have like two buy points, right? For kind of like forming two patterns or fractals. We call it fractals. Like, for instance, one small cup and handle here, cup and handle, it was here, and then wow, it went all the way up, and it formed another handle here. So that's what it's called fractals. Really strong pattern or constructed pattern. However, this is my dilemma. It didn't, like on this handle, this section over here, it didn't quite tighten like the price. I want to see more like contracting, like small bars, like meaning there's no more supply on the market or no more sellers. But it didn't contract it. Like it didn't contract. It didn't it didn't develop, like tighten enough the price, like really, like, as you can see here, you can see here how it was tight, or even here, look at this. So here was like super tight on this area, and this is another cup and handle kind of thing. It didn't do this, so I don't like it. I would rather wait to see if again, I want to put all the evidence on my side, and I don't know, I just didn't want to pull the trigger on this one because it didn't tighten enough for me. So I would rather wait to see if it forms another like pivot or if it tightens enough. So just to make sure that I am putting all the odds in my favor. But basically, those are the stocks that are in my watch list. I hope you find it insightful, and yeah, let me know just what's in your watch list for next week. Also in the description section. What else? Let me know if you have any questions. Also, if you want to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, links are in the description of the video. And if you like the video, subscribe and like. That will let me know that you are enjoying and liking the content of this channel. And remember, I will teach you how to trade.